Hello, friends! It's so good to see you again. I feel like it's been a hot minute. Yesterday, I had an audition, which went really well. 2 major thumbs up. It went so well. I got amazing feedback from my agent. The casting directors loved it and sent my tape along to the producers. So fingers, toes, everything crossed. So yesterday, I posted a performance from Kitten because I was super duper busy. And today I'm back and I have so much to catch you guys up on. Boy, things are crazy. I want to start off by discussing all the drama that has recently gone down with Tommy Lee, the rock and roller, and his son Brandon, who is the child he had with Pamela Anderson. They also had another son together. There was a disturbance at Tommy Lee's house that ended up getting physical. An altercation between Tommy and his son, who I believe is 21 years old. Grown-ass person. Let me just check to see how old he is, because I have slight ADD. Is he 21? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Yeah, he's 21. I was right. Okay. Allegedly, there was alcohol involved. That's what the son is saying about Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee's fiancée, former Vine personality Brittany Furlan, called 911. She was concerned for her safety after Brandon allegedly punched his dad, which I think he actually confirms. But he said he was doing it in self-defense. Brittany called the police because she was afraid for her safety, claiming that Brandon had guns in the house and drama. Pamela Anderson has chimed in on all of this drama because it started as a result of Pam. Tommy Lee tweeted to Piers Morgan, who was interviewing Pamela Anderson recently, and they discussed Pam getting allegedly assaulted back in the day by Tommy Lee, who seems pretty apparent has anger issues, right? Pamela says that Tommy Lee is an alcoholic and an embarrassment. Tommy Lee is denying this claim, though, saying that he drinks more than most people, but he's not an alcoholic, and he's a fun-loving guy. I don't know about that. I had a brain fart. I'm in a mood. Here's the wildest part, okay? Tommy Lee and his son are public figures. Brandon Lee is a model. Pamela Anderson is iconic, as is Tommy Lee. And all of this private family drama has been playing out in the public eye. A lot of it most likely being leaked by either Tommy Lee or his fiancée, Brittany Furlan, or by Brandon or by Pamela Anderson herself. How else is this information getting out there? But what I find even more troubling than the public way this is all played out for such a private family matter is Tommy Lee wants his son hit with criminal charges and a restraining order after his son allegedly attacked him. Now, A, my son would never attack me. B, if my son did attack me, I'm not going to be talking to anybody about it. And if I did, I would lie and say I got into a fight at a bar or a stranger attacked me. And C, if my son did all of these things, I would not be asking the police to file criminal charges against him. I would not want the DA to prosecute him. That's just me. I'm old school. Some things are sacred. And as you know, every day when I take my kids to school, I train them, I program them, I brainwash them, I go over our 8 family tenets. And number 1, the most important thing in life is family. Simple as that. So it's been awful seeing this all play out. Speaking of Tommy Lee, a positive update on his ex, Heather Locklear. Everybody in Hollywood is interrelated in some way or another. She, recently arrested for DUI, has checked into rehab. She may be doing it just to avoid jail time, but either way, I think it'll do her good. From the family drama with Tommy Lee to family drama with Gary Oldman, Gary Oldman's son, Gulliver Oldman, is calling his mother, Danya, a liar. Danya recently had a lot to say because Gary recently won the Oscar. She once again alleged that back in the day, Gary Oldman attacked her. Her son says he was there and that never happened. And that the judge back in the day would not have let him stay with his dad and have the dad have full custody if he wasn't a good person and if that were true. I mean, we clearly don't know everything, but in both of these scenarios, I'm inclined to believe the kids. I don't know why. I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that a child would make up something about their parent. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It is Hollywood after all. So dysfunctional. I'm so thankful I'm raising my kids to be normal. Because they are. They're normal kids. I am the most normal, boring dad with a not so normal job. From Gary Oldman drama to some more violent celebrity drama, a new lawsuit claims that Edie Westwick held a woman hostage as a sex slave for 48 hours. I mean, what else is there to say? He'll probably deny these allegations like he has all the other ones. You can read all the details on that up on PerezHilton.com. Also, Terry Crews, an update on that drama. He is not going to be getting any justice in the case against William Morris agent, what the heck is his name? Adam something? I don't remember. Who cares? The dude who groped him. Why won't he be getting justice? Because apparently the statute of limitations has passed. It's only a year for misdemeanors. In more drama, the police were at Tori Spelling's house and doctors yesterday after her husband, Dean McDermott, called 911 concerned for her well-being. A lot of drama going on with Tori Spelling. Also, she is tired of Dean being broke and, according to reports, wants him to get a job. Dean is an out-of-work actor, and he doesn't want to get a job, a normal job. Can't he sell real estate like a lot of actors? It's hard to have pity on Tori Spelling, though, because she knew what she was getting into when she decided to marry a guy that she had an affair with, who cheated on his wife with her. She was married as well at the time. She knew what kind of a person he was a few years ago when she found out he was cheating on her, and she stayed with him. And also, she mismanaged her money. She was on 90210. She should have been set for life. And she worked after that. She did several reality shows. She did a sitcom with Jenny Garth. She clearly wasn't good with her money, and she's 44. She's not a child. Sad. In other sad news, Donald Trump is reversing his decision to ban trophies in the U.S. or trophy hunting. He will be making it legal now to import dead elephants and the like into this country because he's Donald Trump. On to lighter news. Let's do a Kardashian-Jenner segment. The latest between Kourtney Kardashian and her boyfriend is they're still together. Definitely on again. However, Scott Disick has unfollowed Sophia Richie on Instagram. Dun dun dun! Wonder what that is all about. Also, He was missing in action with Sophia at her father Lionel Richie's Hollywood Walk of Fame star induction ceremony. That could be read into also. I talk about Kendall Jenner on my podcast this week and about not wanting to be photographed with Caitlyn at the Vanity Fair party. If you haven't listened to my podcast yet, check it out. It's great. The Perez Hilton podcast with Chris Booker. Speaking of Kendall Jenner, she was hospitalized before attending the Vanity Fair Oscars party. Apparently, she had some kind of bad reaction to a vitamin IV drip. Speaking of the Kardashians and television, Ryan Seacrest did not come through for E! On Sunday at the Oscars. The ratings are in, and E!'s red carpet show was down 35% in total viewers from last year's show. That is embarrassing. More TV news. Wendy Williams is going to need a couple more weeks off before she returns to her daytime talk show. So filling in for her is Jerry O'Connell. I would have done it. Hello, I'm around. And I think I would have done a great job too. Just saying. In more TV-related news, do you guys remember Cynthia Nixon, a.k.a. Miranda from Sex and the City? She is most likely going to be running for governor of the state of New York. I mean, Donald Trump has clearly shown us no experience is needed for a career in politics. And he's also shown us that you don't have to start small. You can start big. If I was still living in New York and a resident, I would not vote for her, though. I mean, I guess if she's the only Democratic candidate or independent one that I liked, but, Jesus. I want experienced people. In more TV-related news, my butt hurts. This is not a very comfy chair. The creator, Mike Judge, of Silicon Valley, the TV show, is talking some major smack against former series star TJ Miller. Some of the co-stars are also claiming that TJ was a nightmare to deal with. A lot of them say he would show up drunk and or high to the set. TJ is countering those claims, saying he would just show up exhausted because he was doing stand-up a lot and would often come in with just 3 hours of sleep. I mean, if you get only 3 hours of sleep, I can see how that makes you loopy. That's happened to me before. So on to some couples news. Usher and his wife, Grace Miguel, have split after 2 years of marriage. Also, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber are taking a break, but sources claim it's just a breather and that they don't foresee them splitting up for good. Apparently, Justin and Selena have been fighting a lot lately. So taking a breather sounds like a smart move for the two of them. It seems like that's what Liam Payne and Cheryl Cole are going to do, if not split up completely. Where there is smoke, there is fire, and there are reports that these two are not in a good place, and new reports echoing old reports. Sucks. They have a baby boy together who is so young and sending good vibes their way. Also, Britney Spears is not happy that Kevin Federline has asked for an increase in child support, according to reports. Understandable. Taylor Swift was just spotted out in Malibu with her boyfriend Joe Alwyn, and I was so happy to see them together in public being normal. They went for a hike together. Also, a former member of Taylor Swift's squad is blaming Joe for the breakup of the squad. The anonymous former member says that Taylor basically has fallen off the face of the earth and barely sees any of her friends these days. Wah, wah. She's one of those girls. Nothing wrong with it. More couples news, yeah. An update on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's wedding. Mel B says that the Spice Girls will not be performing at the royal wedding after all. Mel B is also speaking out about her ex, Stephen Belafonte, showing their kids ISIS beheading videos. Also, Mel B's oldest daughter, 19-year-old Phoenix, claims that Stephen Belafonte was an abusive dad. And yet Mel B still stayed with him for a long time. In other awful men couples news, Audrina Patridge is asking for the visitation rights of her ex, BMX pro Corey Bowen, to be removed because she is claiming that he is stalking and harassing her. When The Hills comes back, there's going to be a lot of drama to deal with. In a new interview, Mariah Carey is talking to V Magazine about not having enough Grammys. She's got 5, but she's unhappy she doesn't have more. You can read more on her very shady interview on PerezHilton.com. Also, a lot of Nicki Minaj fans are unhappy with Demi Lovato, who threw some serious shade at Nicki in a new interview, claiming that Nicki, it's being inferred, nearly drove her to drink after being such a mean girl at the Met Gala. That Demi sure does throw a lot of people under the bus. Also, she says that needles are a trigger for her in another new interview. Did Demi used to shoot up drugs? Serious question. I never knew that. Also, speaking of drugs, Charlize Theron says that she gets marijuana from her mother, which I just find really odd. I would never want to smoke up with my mom. I don't even enjoy doing that. Or drink booze with my mom. I don't want to get drunk with my mom. I mean, maybe that I could be open to, but not even, I wouldn't want to get drunk. I'd be down to having some drinks with my mom. Anyways, let's end things with a positive story today on International Women's Day, or whenever you're watching this. Michael B. Jordan is now an A-lister, and he is using that status for the greater good. He says that moving forward, any movie or project that comes out of his production company will include an inclusion writer, which means forced diversity. Women, men and women of color, diversity. It's a great thing. I hope that also includes gay men and Latinos and Latinas. Of course it will. I'm Perez Hilton. I'm glad to see you again. Thank you for watching, especially this one. It was a long one. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, follow, subscribe, comment, share, and follow me on Instagram too, The Perez Hilton and Perez Hilton. I have 2 accounts. Mwah!